Hello, folks. Welcome to Home Family Digital. And today it is my great honor to talk to someone that I've got to know over the years from Los Angeles, Beth Chan. And without further ado, I'm going to bring her onto the screen right now. Hello, Beth.
Hi, Leanne. How are you?
I am great. Getting better by the moment because I get to spend some time with you this morning.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, it's a real pleasure, Beth. We've both been doing the business now for, I'm coming up to 4 years in May. And how long have you been doing your business for now?
Yeah, this coming June will be 3 years.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
So we've seen a lot of changes over the time, and things have changed around us as well. Like we've gone through we're still going through the pandemic, and life can be pretty full. And here we are doing a digital business in the midst of it all. But Beth, for the benefit of our viewers today, would you mind just sharing a little bit about you, about your background, and living in the US?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
My name is Beth. Originally, I'm from Taiwan. And why I am here in the States, it's because my husband got a job here for a few years. Exactly, it's for 4 years. So, actually, he came here first in August 2019. And 6 months later, I came here. It's 2020 February.
Wow.
So yeah, the time is really kind of tricky, but because the time when I came here, it's pandemic time. so
Yeah.
yeah, so actually about 1 month later, and then all of a sudden the whole world just changed, and I started forced to stay at home. But before that, I would say why I came here in the States because for me, I know we don't have kids yet, and we're as a couple. I think 4 years is not really long, but not really short. So I think as a couple, it's really good for me to stay with my husband together. So before I came here, actually, I work in a travel agency. Yes, and then actually before that, I was a teacher. I taught kids English, so that's why living here in the States or to in the European countries is always my dream. That because I major in English, so I always wanted to know that how it looks like to live in a country, a foreign country. Yeah, so why I changed my job from a teacher to a travel agency because I just couldn't. I was a teacher, but I was not a qualified, a real teacher. I got a license, but I just couldn't pass the exam. So I was a substitute teacher for I think almost 8 years because every year I got to to take the exam. So I lost my confidence eventually, I think. So at that time, my brother-in-law, he works in a travel agency. So he asked me, hi Beth, have you ever, considered to work in a travel agency? So that's a time I think, oh, maybe it's time for me to change to another job.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yeah.
So did you actually do travel work in the US as well as a travel guide, or?
That's because so before I came to the States, I work in a travel agency. I work at the office, to contact with the local guy in the hotel, and to plan the travel routes. And also, I was a tour leader, to lead a tour overseas to European countries. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, so it's European countries. There's a
Yes.
there's a
Yes.
lot of IES in that. Um, so I hear what you're saying is that you started as a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and then things just didn't work out for you. So you had a major life change, go into travel, and through that you were able to actually travel to many European countries as a
Yes.
travel guide. That's
Yes.
pretty impressive.
Yeah. So I would say like my life before age 35 was really frustrating for me because I majored in English and I went to the college and graduate school. That's to getting a good grade. That was always in my mind that, oh,
Yeah.
when I after graduate, and then I got to have a good job. So that's why my parents, or in my mind, I think being a teacher would be really good for, especially for women, because we have the summer vacation and also the winter vacation,
Right.
and the salary was really stable, right?
Yeah.
But I just couldn't be a real teacher. I tried for so many years, 7 to 8 years. So it was really a long time. So
Yeah.
before the age 35, I was too afraid to change because I didn't know if I couldn't be a teacher, what else, what kind of job could I do? At that
Mm.
time, I don't know. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why I just couldn't change. And I think at the age 35, just one day I thought to myself that, oh, this is time I really need to change, or otherwise I don't know what I could do. So at that time, my brother-in-law, and he offered me this opportunity. And then, of course, I need to take another test, to study again, to get past the, because I want to be a tour guide. So I need to pass the tour guide's license. I have to get it. Yeah, but it was really lucky for that test. I passed it. I only took once and then I passed it. It's not like, to be a real teacher, I just couldn't pass for 7 or 8 years. Yeah.
Yeah. The doors were closed for you there. So, how long was it then that you were a travel agent, a tour guide, before you went to Los Angeles?
5 years.
5 years. Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of countries in that time, I would imagine.
Yeah, but usually I went to the same routes, to Slovenia, Croatia, Montenegro, those
Yes.
area. It's
Wow. That's
just the near Italy.
Italy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my goals. I'm just putting it out there. With my business, with my husband, I'd love to explore Italy. So
Yes.
that's one of the
It's
goals. So I'll
across.
have to get some tips off you.
It's across Italy. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
Mhm.
Okay, so you've 5 years you were doing that, and then this opportunity came to travel to Los Angeles. So you didn't take your tour guiding with you to Los Angeles?
Yeah. So so why I'm here, because my husband got this job offer. So actually, at the year 2019, I had this kind of you know uh, just difficulty, dilemma, that because if I need to be here and then I need to quit my job, but if I don't, came here to the States with my husband and then we have to separate for 4 years. But long story short, and then I decided, okay, maybe to really face this unknown world, because I didn't know what I could do here. I
Yeah.
think maybe I can, to do something about the travel. But because at the time I came here, it's pandemic, so anything
Mhm.
related to this travel thing, just couldn't couldn't happen, right? So
Mhm.
at the time I came here, and actually I had a quite happy time for about a month. And then in 2020 March, and then just everything just changed. And then so I was forced to stay at home. So that was a time that I start to think, maybe there's something new that I could do differently. So I start to search something online, because at that time I noticed everything is online, and then everything I could do is online. So
Yeah.
that's why I was so lucky to search the something I could do, and then just something came up on my news feed on my phone. So I think
Yeah.
it's a very good opportunity for me. So I just jump
Wow.
in.
So, just out of curiosity, was that with Facebook on your news feed or?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
actually, there was I didn't realize that it was an ad. It's a Facebook ad, and then just a
Right.
lady, she's also a Taiwanese, and she lives in Vancouver, Canada, and mentioned how this online business changed her life, and then she can afford to buy a new house, and also to have some much more time with to spend with her little kids, and spend much more time with her husband, this kind of thing. And then I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe this is a right fit for me as well.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, so that was Amy, right?
Yes,
Amy
yes.
Ting.
Yeah.
So, Amy Ting from Canada. I actually saw a similar had a similar situation because I was looking as well. Just I was actually looking for ideas for digital business, and
Mhm.
I didn't come across that same ad because it was earlier in the piece. And but I actually saw an ad from Amy. It was just a post
Oh,
saying that um, she was at the park with the kids, and she was leveraging her time. She was playing with the kids and taking a photo of
mm,
the moment they were having, and she was able to use that in her business. And she was just talking about the founders of the business. But the reason why I asked you that was because it's not just our business is not just on Facebook. We can use many different social platforms. So that's
yes.
the reason why I asked you. But the
Mhm.
coincidence is that we do have that connection with Amy being our mentor now.
Yes,
She's been an amazing
she's really
source of
amazing.
information and support, and yeah, and I love the fact that I've now found you through
Uh,
this business as well, which has been
yes,
really lovely to connect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, so Beth, I'm just really curious about how you fit the digital business now. So, obviously, during the pandemic, you had a lot of time on your hands because you're at home.
Mm.
You had to think outside the box and find something that was going to work for you, that was
Yes.
going to provide you that obviously the extra income to come into your home. But have you found what other factors have you found about the digital business
Yeah.
beneficial to you? What made you go, yes,
Mhm.
this is the one that you're looking
Yes.
for?
I really love the flexibility of this digital business because I'm already in my 40s, and then why I say yes to this business because we are not immigrants. We are here just because my husband got a job here, and eventually we will move back to Taiwan.
Mm,
So I just couldn't imagine if I got a job here and I have to be at the office, that kind of 9 to 5 job. And if we move back to Taiwan, my husband still got his job, but I need to quit my job again. And then when I came back to Taiwan, I need to find another job. And at that
mm,
time, maybe I'm already close to 50, something like that. And then I was kind of, oh my God, I just couldn't do that kind of job. So that's why when I know that this online business is, we have a computer and Wi-Fi or our smartphone, and then I can literally just work at any time and anywhere. This factor is really, I really love this, flexibility because that is what I need. And last year, 2022, that was the first time, when I came here to the States for, I think, almost 2 years. So I didn't really have a chance to go back to visit my parents or my friends in Taiwan. So last year, 2022, I got this chance to really, I planned myself for 3 months to coming back to Taiwan to really have a good time with my friends and family together.
mhm.
So actually, my husband came back with me together, but at most he could only, take up about 1 month. So
Yeah.
he came back from Taiwan to the States first, and then I spent too much more months with my parents and friends together. So it was really a very, but at the time I was still doing like maybe this lives or doing something about my business as well, but it didn't really have a big impact on me because it's really flexible and I can take just my laptop to me and anywhere and I can work. So it's really fit my schedule. So this is
Mm.
the you know, uh, most thing that I love about this business.
Yeah. 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 So you don't actually have to book in time off, like complete
Yes,
time off. You can still set your routine up so that you can do a quick check in on your business while you're away, and your
yes,
business will keep going in the meantime with all the different processes that we have in place with the automation. So
yes,
you
yes,
can. It does allow you to spend that time, quality time, with the
yes.
people that you love, the people that you want to spend time with, or
Hmm.
doing the things that you really are passionate about. Um,
Yes, and then it's not like if because before this I got this 9 to 5 job, but my previous job actually I got the salary was really good, but
mm,
the only problem was I work so many hours. It's not only 9 to 5. During my high season, usually I need to work maybe 12 hours a day. And then
Mm,
so I notice if I still working for that job and then I just sacrifice my time,
mm,
to money, right? And although I got a lot of salary, but I didn't really have the time with my family together. Yeah,
yeah,
so that's a thing that I really think about my future, and maybe I should change to another job as well. Yeah, so
yeah,
that's why when I know that this online business, I can really, I don't really need to work so many hours as before. So for the extra time, actually, I can do the things I love to do to
mm,
love myself more. So like for now, I can really, to do the meditation or to listen to the music. That the things really can, cheer me up. That this kind
mm,
of thing, and also I can like to FaceTime my family or to to talk to them much more than before. So
yeah,
these are the little things that really I'm grateful for now, and it's all because of this business we're doing because
mm,
it's really flexible. Yeah.
yeah. I love that. Wow. Okay. So, um, fitting the business into your routine there in the US and your
Mhm.
husband's work. So, one thing that I find, as my husband's a pediatric nurse, he's an emergency
Mhm.
nurse, so he does like crazy 12-hour shifts and then comes home and sleeps and things like that. So when he actually does have time off, I love the fact that I can put the business down and we can just go. We can go exploring, taking photos, and just spending quality time with him. And then
Yes.
while he's resting, my family's restful, not
Yeah.
fulfilling for me. I can focus time in the business. So
Mhm.
living in the US though, is there other aspects that come into play into your life that you have to be considerate of?
So you mean, so the difference between the life that I had in Taiwan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the lifestyle.
Yeah. So actually, I really love. It's the environment here is really very comfortable because I live here. The area is Southern California, so the weather here is really nice. And then actually, there are so many parks. So actually, I'm living here just across our apartment, just 5 minutes away. There is a park. So
Mm.
actually, this kind of walking at the park with my husband, he just came back to normal. I mean, his job recently, but
Okay.
after this pandemic, he has been because they have the two shifts, so he works at the afternoon shifts. So for about 2 years, in the morning is all our time. So actually, we really quite enjoy those time together. Yeah, so in the morning, we can really have a nice breakfast and maybe to have a nice coffee together and to do the things that we really want to do, or maybe to do shopping at the Costco, something like that, or walking at the park. This kind of thing, because in Taiwan we have parks, but it's not that big. And then, like, maybe
Yeah.
people are more crowded. And for me, when I was still working in Taiwan, usually morning time is really in a rush. I need to take the bus to work. It's 1 hour, 1 hour, this transportation, and after work, still 1 hour to be back to home. But for now, this online business actually, I just don't have this commuting hour, right? I can, it just saves me 2 hours a day if I still work that kind of job. So this
Mm.
kind of thing, I think time is really valuable, right? We
Oh,
can use
absolutely.
this time to do other things. And for me, in Taiwan, I don't have the time to cook for my family, especially for my husband,
Mm,
because after work, sometimes when I got back home, it's already 10 p.m. So I usually, don't eat at home.
yeah,
Maybe at Saturday or Sundays. But for now, I can really cook. And because to prepare something, to cooking, it really takes time. I
yeah,
have to prepare all the ingredients and then to cooking. Sometimes it takes me 2 hours or more. Yeah,
yeah,
so but for now, I really enjoy doing that because I can see what I put inside those things and then to prepare for my husband. And it's really healthy. I know what I put in all the things, right?
yeah, yeah,
And it's kind of fun that I know like what we are going to eat for today and what it looks like for today. It's kind of like painting or just this kind of creative thing. Yeah, or to watch the YouTube videos to know how to cook.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, even that, it can certainly chew up a bit of time scrolling through
Yeah.
um, how to cook and how to prepare these meals.
Yes.
And what I'm hearing is that it's that beautiful, like you said, it comes back to flexibility, and time is so valuable,
Yes.
um, because we value time to be able to just stop and to be able to research, like to set
Mhm.
aside time to be able to research, to plan, and to put love into the preparation for your food, and to enjoy the experience of cooking.
Yes.
Where I relate to that so much. And I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't enjoy cooking in the past. I used to say, "Oh, I'm a horrible cook," and all the rest of it. But when you have time to actually really love what you're doing, because you have the flexibility and the time set aside to be able to cook for your
Mhm.
family, it makes a difference to whether or not you're enjoying the experience. Hey?
And when we have time and when we have time to do things that we really love, I can really feel myself, the inside me is really happy. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then I think this part is really important because when we are too busy and then sometimes we just forget to take care of ourselves first. But for me now, I can really to take care of myself first and then to do the other things, to do things about the business. Or sometimes when I don't really feel, great that day, and then I will do the meditation first and then, to calm myself and to feel happy about myself and then to do the business. But
Yeah.
when I, had this 9 to 5 job, I don't have the choice. Every
Yeah.
time, yeah, when when it's working time, and then I had to be at the office on time, and then to start doing things. But for me
Mm.
now, I can prioritize myself first, and then to do the other things. I think that's the most important part, and then I really love this part as well. So I
Mm.
think it's really important.
Yeah, that's so good. I've loved spending some time with you this morning, Beth. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
um, allocating me some time in your schedule.
yeah.
And folks, if you've got some questions that you'd like to ask Beth, feel free to comment in the comments, and we'll keep an eye out for those. And Beth can comment back for you. I'd like to also say a huge hello and thank you to, we've got Carol. Carol's from Papua New Guinea, and she is an amazing business owner as well. And
Hi.
she says, "Good morning, ladies, from me in Papua New Guinea. Great listening to your chit chat." I'm so proud of Carol. Actually, she's doing an amazing job with her community in Papua New Guinea.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah. And David Squires Digital is watching from Sydney. G'day, Dave.
Hi.
And Dave's doing a great job here in Sydney. He was in the army back in the day, and
Wow.
then left the army because of injury, and then went into gardening, his own gardening business, and then wasn't able to do that, and then came because of the injury and the toll on his body, and then found the digital business after that, Beth. So
Mhm.
he's doing really, really well here in Sydney with that. I love listening to people's stories, and we've got so much in common, even though we come from different parts of the world and
Mhm.
different life experiences, but we're all looking for the same goal, and that is that time freedom, being able to design our life that to get the most, to make the most of the time that we have.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And also, I really want to share with people, like, because we all have our dreams, right? But before I came to the States, I almost forgot what my dreams are because we were too busy, just to make a living, but we forget how to really to live. So after I have been running this business, because I start to think, wow, what's really my vision and what's are my dreams. So we have the time to dream again. So if you have a dream, I would just really want you to really think deep. Like if you
Mm.
are doing what you are doing now, can this kind of job or this kind of thing really make you to pursue your dreams? So we are really grateful that, for now, what we are doing, actually, this online business can really, help us to pursue our dreams. So I think that's why we're here to share with as many people as possible. Yeah, because we want to have our dreams and then to earn money and also to help others to achieve their dreams as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
are interested, just come and visit Leanne's website, and then to I think she will answer all your questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Beth.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Look, it's just a real pleasure. Folks, thank you for joining us today. And we can't wait to share more with you in the future. So keep an eye out for the chit chats. And Beth, you're the bomb. It's just so lovely spending some time with you.
Yeah,
Bye
thank
for
you.
now, guys.
Bye.